Hello, everybody. I'm Ron Cisco from God's Creation Observatory. Tonight, I'm going to be doing the Heart Nebula in HOO, uh, hydrogen alpha, and oxygen. um, and I've done this before on this. The picture behind me is the middle of the Heart Nebula. Um, and I did it. I don't remember whether I did that with HOO or SHO, which would be sulfur 2, hydrogen alpha, and oxygen 3. Um, I don't remember for sure. So I'm going to try this. Seems like every week I try something new that I've never done before, and most of the time it doesn't work out real well. But well, I'm going to go ahead and get started here, and we'll just see how it goes. Okay, this is what I put together last week. It's a 9-panel image, and which it is a very large image, and some of the stuff takes a little bit of time to do because of the sheer size of the image. It's a big image, but it's still manageable. I can still do the processing fairly quick. So I'm going to do a dynamic crop. I'm going to crop out the edges where the different panels came together, and it makes the edge kind of jagged. I'm going to crop that out. How's everybody doing? I've got the chat up. If you want to say something, just get on the chat. Okay. It cropped it out. Now, I'm going to do a blur exterminator. And I'm going to use the automatic PSF and leave everything else the same and just do the blur exterminator. Haven't stretched this yet. What you're seeing is a temporary stretch. So I'll show you when this is done what it looks like without the stretch, the temporary stretch. There's nothing to see. It's just black. You can see a couple of stars, but nothing, no nebula, no anything else besides a couple of stars. And I want to see. Yeah, using the GPU for processing. That should speed it up pretty good. Yeah, we're moving right along. This would take a whole lot longer than what it's going to take if I wasn't using the GPU for processing. I ought to do a video on that. That was a bit of a struggle getting that to work. I did finally get it, and it made a big difference. We're up to 25% here. Turn on my cursor highlighter so you guys can see where my cursor's at. Okay. So I didn't have anything to talk about while things were processing. My mom said something about the Lord's Prayer, and we were talking about the different words being used. There's debt and trespasses. It's it's interesting. Different people use different words for that. I looked up the original Greek in that, and it was interesting, and it says something about sins, which fits both debt and trespasses. I mean, if you trespass against somebody, you would be sinning against them. If you talk about debts, I mean, we owe a debt to God for sinning, which was paid by Jesus. So, either one fits. That's pretty cool. We're up to 75%, 76, 77, 78. Okay. This will be done here in just a minute. I don't know if you noticed on my image there, I've got a white line that's running through there. I'm not sure why that is there. I'm not sure which, whether it's the bottom panel of images or the middle panel of images that is causing that. I ought to really take a look at it. I have not taken a picture of the Heart Nebula with my new telescope. I would probably get the panel, maybe 2 or 3 panels. I could get the Heart Nebula, maybe able to get it without any panels at all. But I'm gonna have to look into that and give that a shot and see if I can. There's that white line going across there. I'm not going to flash this back and forth. You probably couldn't tell. Yeah, I guess I will flash it back and forth. It doesn't take that long. I don't know if you'll be able to even tell. The blur exterminator just sharpens things up a little bit. The stars are already pretty good. It's such a large image that even a large star would, still be pretty small. So, let's do that and try it. Yeah, you can see him. You can see him get a little bit smaller there. Okay, I'm going to run the noise exterminator. I'm just going to leave everything the way it is and bring that on over. And this won't take as long as the blur exterminator. You can see it's going through it pretty quick. We're up to 10% already. Do. I'm going to get a drink. So, if you have a particular DSO that you are really interested in, or you like a lot, let me know. Let me know. I'm always looking for new targets. And Okay, that's done. And you know, if you got something in particular, let me know. Oh shoot, that's not what I wanted to do. We'll pause that, cancel that. I don't want to take the stars out yet. I want to get it stretched first. Yes, I want to abort it. Okay. Now, if I take the temporary stretch off, that's what we see. It's just black. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to neutralize the background. Background neutralization. And come up over here. I'm just going to leave that just the way it is and pull the little triangle down to the image. This won't take long. You can see it flying through there. All right. Close that. Re-stretch it. Or temporarily stretch it. And that got rid of all the green. See that white line across there? I don't know what that is. I see. Well, I'm not sure that I actually see anything across here or not. But there's definitely something across there. Right across there. Okay. So now I've got the background neutralized. I'm going to stretch it. I'm going to do a real stretch on it. I want to do RGBK. Get a preview up here. I'm going to turn off the temporary stretch. And I'm going to turn this, click this little check mark here to bring the stuff up here. I've talked about that before. I'm going to start stretching it. And we'll start seeing stars here in a minute. That's a pretty good stretch. And that we can see the stars. We see some nebula. I don't see that white line across there. But I will, I'm sure. So I'm going to reset it and do it again. Starting to see more nebula pop out there. I'll reset this and bring that middle to the left, that middle slider. You're really starting to see the nebula popping out there. I'm going to bring the left slider to the right just a little bit. Get this close to the edge. And I'm going to apply that. Okay, I'm going to reset that. I'm going to leave that right there. We'll see how this works out. Close the preview. Now, I'm going to take the stars out. I'm going to be using Star Exterminator. And I want to generate a star image. And since we've got it stretched, I'm going to unscreen the stars. This large overlap, I'm going to go ahead and do it. If you hold your cursor over the thing, it shows increase the lap between processing tiles to 50% from the default 20%. So it's more accurate. It does a better job of removing the stars. I'm going to go ahead and select that and bring the triangle down. And this shouldn't take too long. We'll see it flying by here, kind of like a slow turkey. It shows 50% overlap. That means that it does it in tiles, and instead of having a tile here and then come over 20% in a tile there, it's going to come over 50% in a tile. So, it looks at the more of the picture, the image. It looks at it more closely. Okay, we're up to 8%. So we had a tragedy here, not just a couple days ago. Some little children were killed. A car ran through it's not really a daycare, it's a after school thing. The car ran through and killed 4 little girls, and it's just so sad. I feel really sorry for their parents. They kissed them in the morning going to school, and they didn't come home that night. It's a sad thing. I don't know all the details of the woman that was driving the car. But I feel for her too. She's got to live with that the rest of her life. And she wasn't real old, in her 40s. And so she's got to live with that the rest of her life. Even if it turns out that it was something that happened to her that, wasn't her fault, and it doesn't matter. She's still got to live with it. Okay, we're up to 41%. It's taking longer than I thought it would. Let's see what the GPU's doing. Yeah, 48% utilization. It's going along. It's using the GPU. We're up to 50% right now. I wish one of you would say something on chat. I could talk to you. I was there's a YouTube channel I watch once in a while. It's called Dobsonian Power, and most of the stuff that he does is about the sun. It's pretty cool. He's quite the character, but he really watches the sun. And I saw a video, I don't know, a day or two ago. They had a power outage. He lives in Portugal or Spain, somewhere over there. And I think he's in Portugal. And they had a power outage over there, and several countries were affected. And he was going on about he's got solar power backup generation, and he was talking about that. It's pretty interesting, but he was a little worried. He wasn't sure what was going on, why there was such a large power outage. I guess it was Portugal and Spain, and I heard some of France and maybe Germany all had power outages. And, You just stop and think about it. Here in the United States, if you have 2, 3 states that were without power, that's a big deal. That's a lot of people. And, depending on what state, I mean, if Montana and Wyoming had a power outage, you get like 5 people without power. Just kidding. But if if it was California and, here in Illinois, that'd be a lot of people without power. And I don't know how densely populated the areas in Europe were that had the power outages. And I don't know if it was like the complete countries or if it was just parts of the countries. But it was a big deal. I haven't heard anything more about it since I heard it once on the radio, and then I watched the video by Dobsonian Power, and I haven't heard anything more about it since then. So my guess is they probably got power back, but that's something I probably ought to check out. Okay, we're almost done here. 99% done, it says. It's done processing. It's still got to create the images. It's going to create 2. It's going to create one with stars and one without stars. It's going to create just stars. That's what this is. And then it created one that is without stars. I'm going to rename this to stars. I'm going to shade it. Bring it down here. I'm going to put it right here in the corner. I'm going to rename this one to starless. Just like that. Okay. Now, this is that looks pretty good. I like that. It's different without stars. It really looks pretty cool. I'm going to run this HOO normalization. Oh, it come up over here. I'm going to close that. I'm just going to grab that and drag it over. I'm not going to change anything in it. Let's just see what it looks like. That does a pixel math. It uses pixel math to do this. You can see all the commands in pixel math as it's going along here. Channel number 1 is almost done already, 75%. By the time I got 75% out, it was up to 85. It's got channel 1 done already. And now it's halfway through channel 2. Okay, there it is. That looks pretty cool. There's my white line across there. I wish I knew what was causing that. I may have to do something about that. Okay, I'm going to run this yellow mask. And again, I'm not going to change anything in it. So I'm just going to drag that over and drop it right on there. And it's going to create a mask of the yellow colors. Then I'm going to do a blue mask. I'm surprised that didn't have more red in it. I didn't do any color correction on this. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. So far it looks fine. seems to be taking a little bit longer to create this yellow mask than it did to do the HOO normalization. We're up to 65%. You can see that right there. %. And once I get this mask, I'm going to blur it. There's a thing here that says mask blur. I am going to open that up and change something in that. I'll show you. Done. Channel 1. There we go. There's my mask. And that should be all yellow. Okay. I'm going to open this blur mask up. And I'm going to set this to 50. And I'm going to pull it down, and I should have got that out of the way so we could see how it blurred it. See how it got blurry? I'm going to do that one more time. See how blurry it got? Okay, I'm going to close that. I'm going to shade that for right now. I'm going to pull it down here. And I'm going to make a blue mask. These they're all pixel math. The HA extraction, the SHO normalization, the HOO normalization. Those all come from a I cannot think of, well, you know what? It probably says in the pixel math here. We will see. I downloaded those all from Bill, I think it's named Bill Blanshan, maybe. I will put a description down in the comment, or in the description of this video. I never thought about that. I should have looked that up before I started this live stream. That way I'd know. I could tell you. We're up to 87%, 88, 89, 90. 95. 99. Done. Okay. Oh, that didn't get hardly anything, did it? It's not what I was expecting. I was expecting some here in the middle. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna save that. All right. I'm going to. What is this? Oh. I know. I forgot. I've got all my 9 panels back behind that. Okay. I'm going to put this mask on like so. I'm going to shade that again. I'm going to open up curves and do the preview. Oh, I do that all the time. I hate since I was working on this and I shaded it, it's still active. So I need to click on this to see the bar turn. Here, I'll show you. See the bar up here is gray. Whenever I click on it, it turns blue. That means it's active. If I do the preview, then now it shows it. Okay, I'm going to... Oh, and I don't... The mask. Let me close this. The mask shows the red part is protected. When I do stuff in here, it's only going to affect the areas that are darker. That's all it's going to affect. When a lot of people will turn the mask, or not turn the mask off, but so that you can't see it in here. I don't do that. The preview doesn't show the mask, so I can still work on it and see exactly what I'm getting without turning the mask off or making it hidden. I'm going to try bringing this up. Bring that down. That's quite a bit. I'm going to apply that. I just want a little bit of a curve here. I got quite a bit of a curve. Bring this down a little bit. I don't want to do too much at once. There we go. That should bring it out. It's bringing out that white line, isn't it? That lightened it up. I'm going to go ahead and apply that again. I'm going to mess with the colors a little bit here. Yeah, I seen it. Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and apply that one more time. I like that. It's looking good. Okay. I'm going to reset that. I'm going to bring up the red a little bit. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it's getting kind of golden color right there. Sorry about that. Had to cough. Okay, let's see if I want. I'm not sure I want to apply. Yeah, let's reset this and bring it up some more. I'm going to bring the bottom part down. I'm going to take that out. That node. Put this back in. I'm going to move down a little bit. I could have just moved that down. There we go. There we go. That's looking good. I'm starting to see a little blue right there. Okay, I'm gonna, man. I'm hitting the wrong thing. I'm gonna turn that off. Whenever I click on this, I'm looking at the picture itself, not the results of this. I turn it back on. I'm looking at the results of this on the picture, on the image. So I'm kind of going back and forth, trying to decide whether to. I think I'm going to go ahead and apply that. That'll probably be the last one. Okay, now I'm going to reset that. I'm going to do saturation. Let's bring this up a little bit. That looks good. I see blue in there. I don't understand why that the blue mask did not show anything there. It didn't show a thing. Okay. I'm going to apply that one more time. I like that. It's looking really good. Again, this is HOO, not SHO. It's hydrogen alpha and O2 or O3 twice. It's got 2 channels of O3, which is the oxygen. Okay, I'm going to reset that. What do I want to do here? I'm going to close. No, I'm not. I'm going to remove the mask. Mask, remove. And I'm going to go to the blue. And I'm going to pick it up a little bit. Ooh, I got purple. I'm going to bring this down. There's some blue. I'm seeing blue up here in the top. See a lot of green in it. I can fix that though. I'm going to go ahead and apply that. Almost close that. Don't want that. Okay. Man. I'm going to apply that. I'm going to reset it. This SCNR. This is what I'm going to get that green out of there with. I'm just going to click the square box. It's going to apply it. You'll see that green just disappear. There it is. Got rid of the green. That looks pretty good. I wish this white line through there, it's not real noticeable now, but it's still there. I'm going to try doing this. I'm going to put this back on, and I'm going to bring this down. See, I lose all the other nebulosity around there whenever I do that. Bring that up. That don't look too bad. That line's gone right there. I'm going to go ahead and click apply. I don't like that purple. I'm going to see if I can maybe get rid of that. I don't know. I'm going to do image. I don't think this will work, but I'm going to try it. Invert it. And then I'm going to do the SCNR. I'm going to remove the green out of this. We'll see what happens here. I may end up going back with that. Had to cough again. Okay, let's turn that off. Hello, turn that off. I'm going to go back and invert it again. And it'll put it back to the way it was. We'll see if that purplish is gone. Yeah, that looks good. That looks really good. I like that. I wish I had more blue in here and in here, but it is what it is. There just isn't a lot of blue in it. There's blue in there. Let's try the blue mask now. Is that what I want to do? Hello? Close. I'm going to just drag that over. This is going a lot better than my Horsehead Nebula trying to do. I think I was trying to do SHO on that, and I was using a different technique, completely different. I wasn't using a script or the pixel math thing, and it didn't go so well. It was really ugly. Like I said, whenever I was doing that live stream, I've never seen the Horsehead as a SHO in her Hubble palette, and there might be a reason for that. I am going to keep trying though. If I get it, I will do a live stream and show you what I did, or at least do a video, show you what I did. $98, $99, done. There it is, done. Okay, yeah, it still didn't. I don't know why it's not picking up all this blue up in here. It's just picking up a little bit right there and right in there. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it. It looks pretty good to me. I still see a little bit of green in it. So I'm going to try bringing the green down. Yeah, I like that a lot better. I'm going to apply that and then reset it. Don't want to take too much green out because it'll get real red. Okay. That looks pretty darn good to me. Let's see how noisy it is. Oh, it's not noisy at all. There's that picture behind me. It's right there. That's it right there. Like I said, I did that in a different way. But you can see right above my head, right there is that right there. It's actually even pointing the same direction, isn't it? I just noticed that. And I don't know for sure. That picture may have come from these panels. I don't remember for sure where whether I processed one of these panels and come up with that, or if it was a different imaging session. It could have been. I've taken quite a few pictures of the Heart Nebula. I like the Heart Nebula. It's pretty cool. I got a little bit of blue up here. I can either crop that out, or I can maybe I could actually do a clone stamp, maybe get that out. I'm not going to worry too much about it. Let me try. Oh, I was going to look to see if this said where it come from. No, it doesn't. Okay. Well, it's only Simple cyan color mask. I'll have to find out where I got these and put a description put a link in the description below. I'm going to see what this mask looks like. It may pick up. I just had a thought. After this, I may run that blue mask. That blue mask picked up that stuff up at the top. I may run that and use a clone stamp, take out everything but that up there, and then I can darken it up. $75%. Get a drink. I hate having dead space. I wished I would have thought of something to talk about tonight. I watched, I told you last week I had watched, it was called Patterns of Evidence. I watched a couple more of those. Pretty good. It was, there was 2 on the Red Sea, and they were pretty good. Yeah, there's nothing there. Okay. Let's do the blue mask. And I'm going to use a clone stamp to take out everything except for that very top. Then I'll darken it up. I could put this in Photoshop and put a mask on that up there and just paint black. Yeah, I may end up doing that. I wished I would have. What I should have done was resampled this image down to a smaller size. With it being 9 panels, it takes forever to do anything with it. It's so large. I'll show you how large it is here in a minute. I mean, 9 panels. 1, 2, 3 across that way, and 3 up, 3 panels that way. It's just humongous. All right. It's done. Now, see, I'm going to do that. Let me process. All processes, clone stamp right there. And it's over on the other screen, of course. Bring it over. Okay. You have to click on it. That activates it. And then hold the control key down and click. I've already got that at 255. And then if you notice there's an X right there, that is where I held the control key down and clicked. And the circle that where my cursor is the size of what I'm clone stamping. At the other end just looks like an X, but it's got a circle the same size. So if I were to come up here, see how it picked up that much and put it right there. I'll take that out. I'm going to take all this out. Got all this down here. And then I'm going to hold the control key down. And I'm going to click here. I'm going to come up this way. And I'm going to take that out. Now, that right there is what I'm wanting. Now, If I just close that clone stamp, I lose everything I just did. I have to click on the green check mark to execute that. And whenever it gets done here, whatever I did is permanent. Well, not exactly. I could go back, but I'm not going to go back. I think I can go back. I don't know. Yeah, it shows I can go back. Undo clone stamp. Yep. So I'm going to close the clone stamp. And I'm going to blur that. Let me change that to 50. Keyboard's not working for some reason. Well, I'll be darned. Maybe my batteries died. I had to cough. What's going on here? Let me try opening this again. Yeah, my keyboard's not working. It's working over there, though. Well, I wonder if I've got that open somewhere. I don't know. It's not letting me change it. I just drag it over a few times. Okay. Yeah, tickle in my throat. It blurred it some. Did it again. One more time, probably enough. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to pull this over here, make me a mask. You can see everything's red except for that area right there. So now let's bring up curves, do a preview, go back to the, I did it again. There. Now let's bring up preview. Yeah, my bar wasn't blue. Now we can see it. Bring that down. See how it's just going away. Kinda. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure I like that. I can see a kind of an edge there. Yeah. Maybe a little bit like that. I don't know what I should have done. I should have. Let's do this. Where's the mask? Blue mask. There it is. I'm going to bring that up. Make it lighter, like so. That made it grow a little bit. And then I'm going to blur it some more. Oh, I was pulling it up to the preview. Try it one more time. One more. Okay. That's got it blurred pretty good. Now let's bring up my star list. Bring this over. Now, if you notice, that got darker. I worked on this, and it is using this for the mask for this. So as I change this, it changes the mask. Pretty cool. All right, now let's try doing what I was doing before. Wrong way. Yeah, see, it's still got. Oh, I know. I know. Let's try this. I'm going to reset that. Try blue. Bring the blue down. There we go. There we go. That took that blue out. And since I got that mask on, it didn't take out blue anywhere else. Okay. So it's not perfect, but it's a lot better than it was. Like I said, I could just crop that out. I may end up doing that after I put the stars back in. May not. I'm going to remove the mask. We can see. I still see some blue right along there. But that's okay. All right. Stars. We're going to work on stars. Now this is stretched some. I'm going to bring up the curves, bring up the preview. Shows I've got the stars. And I'm going to bring them up a little bit, like so. I like my stars. I'm going to bring the dark part down. And I'm going to apply that. Let's see what, yeah. I'm going to apply that again. I see some green in a few of those stars. I'm going to take the green out. Let's do that. SCNR. And I'll click apply. And boom, no more green. Yeah. I think I want those stars just a little bit brighter. Now, what I'm seeing there is, oh yeah, I see. Now I've got it so bright that that double star right there, I'm going to shut the. If you look real close, I can't there. I can't. I don't know. Fit preview. Full preview. Yeah, I can't make this any bigger to zoom in on those stars, but there's a double star there. And if I apply what I've got there, those double stars turn into one oblong star. I don't think I want that. All right, so I'm going to reset that. I'm going to close the preview. I'm going to close the curves. You see, there's that double star. Oop. You see 2 stars there. If I make this any brighter, those 2 stars are going to turn into one oblong star, and I don't want that. Okay, now I got to put those stars back in here. So I'm going to go to, I'm trying to remember, I think it's script and utilities and screen stars. No, I think I'm missing stuff. Yeah, I know I am. I got a new computer, and I put PixInsight on my new computer, and it didn't. All my stuff's not there. So I don't believe. Nope, no screen stars there. There's a process that's called screen stars. It works pretty good. It works real good. I'm just gonna add stars. I've got a I already got it named. It's a pixel math thing. It will add the stars back in, and I want to make sure I'm creating a new image. I'm going to click apply, and should give me a picture with stars. Yep, that turned green. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Got the stars back in there. I wonder if I ran SCNR if it would change that green out. I'm just going to end up cropping that out because it just doesn't look good. I hate to do that because I'm losing a little bit of the nebulosity. Yeah, that didn't really help. If I crop that out, I'm going to be down to there. Well, that's what I'm going to do. Crop. I don't really need to do anything but do that right there. I think I'm going to bring the sides in just a little bit to keep it same proportion as it was. I think that'll work. I'm going to click the check mark and it'll crop that out. Yeah, that looks a lot better. It's all gone up there. I like that. I don't know. Let me know if what you think of it, but I think it looks pretty good. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to save that file. Save as. And I'm going to save it right here. Heart Nebula. Heart Nebula. HOO. I'm going to click save. I'm going to click OK. That's a XISF file. I'm going to also save it as a JPEG so I can use it. Can't really use a XISF for anything except for PixInsight. But I could be wrong, but I think that the XISF keeps all the information. JPEG is going to compress it and you lose a little bit of information. I'm going to always turn this up to 100 and click OK. And now I've got the JPEG and I've got an XISF. So that's it for tonight. I'm going to, I like that. I really do. I like probably ought to bring that. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring up the saturation just a little bit. Fade that. Curves. And bring up saturation. Click on this S over here for saturation. And bring that up. Yeah. I probably should have done that before I put the stars in. Because the stars are getting a little wonky. I raise that up just a little hair. About like that. I wonder Let me see if I can bring up the blue a little bit. Maybe. Done. Turn on the blue. I'm going to reset this. Okay. Now, let's bring up blue. Too much. About right there, I do believe. That looks good. I like it. I like those colors. You got bluish and gold colors. A little reddish gold. Now I could go on. Actually, I think I will. I'm going to do a dark structures enhanced. I think that might bring this stuff out right here. I'm just going to click OK. We'll see what it does. %, 67, 83. Oh, that was just that one part. It's working on it. Dooby dooby doo doo doo. It's taking a little while. I'm going to have to find. I'm trying to remember what it was. I'll have to look on my other computer. I've still got Pix and Sight on my other computer. I'll have to look and see what I'm missing in my script. I wonder if I should be able to go to resources and pull things off of my repositories, and that should give it to me. I do believe. I'm looking. Ah, yeah, here it is. Bill Blanshan's color masks. Yeah. Is that done? Yep, it's done. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that if you watch in this area right here, you can see it change a little bit. I like it. It brings out a little bit of contrast. I'm going to do a sharpening. I've got MLT sharpening. These are the settings that I use for sharpening. I'm going to go ahead and apply that. Okay. Let's see what that did. Yeah, I think that sharpened it up a little, just a little bit. That's all I want. If I zoom in here, I always turn that the wrong way. You can see this, all this structure in here. If I uncheck that and do it again, You see it sharpen just a little bit. You may not be able to see it. I can see just yeah, you can see it right there. You can see in this right here, it will sharpen up. There, it's blurry, kinda, and there it sharpened up. That's all I want. I like that. I really, really do like that. There we go. That is it. I'm looking real quick for those scripts. Do, do, do. I thought he had his own website where I downloaded that stuff from. SETI Astro. That's it. SETI Astro. Okay. Let me. That there is a toolbox, I believe, also. Picks and site scripts. Automatic dynamic. Yeah, that's something I was looking for earlier, and I couldn't find automatic dynamic background extraction. I'll have to download these. I'm not seeing the HOO. Yeah, I don't see that though. Well, I will find that and I will put a link wherever I find it at. I'll put a link on and hmm. Okay, I need to put this in my repository. I'll show you guys how to do this. I'm copying a link, and then I'm going to go to resources and updates, manage repositories, and I'm going to add one. Click add. I'm going to paste what I copied in there, and I'm going to click OK. I'm going to click OK again. I'm going to go back to resources, updates, check for updates, and it should come up and say found one. Yep, there it is. And this is the toolbox that now it says 1 successful, 0 failed. That's good. Now to get that, I have to restart PixInsight, which I'll go ahead and do. I've already got, wait a minute, I'm not sure if I saved this or not. Did I save this? I don't know. I think I I believe I messed with it after I saved it. I think I sharpened it and did the dark structures enhancement. File, save as, and change that to JPEG. Save. And I'm going to override it, yes. Change this to 100% and click OK. Now, I just put the new repository in, which will give me the scripts that I was looking for earlier. I'm going to click close that. Click yes, yes. You have to, yeah, that's fine. You have to shut PixInsight off before it will install any updates. It asks, do you want to install updates now? You click yes, and it's going to run through the updater, and then it's going to restart PixInsight. Now, all my icons won't be there because it's just starting down the original PixInsight. I've got my icon saved to the desktop right here. Whenever I open PixInsight, I click on this, it opens PixInsight with those icons already in there. And it said it was successful. So I'm going to go to script, and I should have SETI Astro, and there's all my stuff. The stuff I was looking for. Now, I don't see there was other stuff that I'm missing. There was one that was called Toolbox. I'll have to figure that out. Okay, let me go back and see if I can find those scripts that I thought it was SETI Astro. Bill. Oops. Blanshan. New process, narrow band normalization. No, that is not what I want. Okay, well, I'll look for it, and I will put it in the description. I'll put a link in the description, and let you know where it's at. If for some reason I can't find it, I'll find it. If I can't change the description, I'm not sure. I've never done that before. If I can't change the description, I will put it in the next video next week, next Wednesday, 7 o'clock. I'll be doing another live stream. So everybody have a great night. Thanks for joining me. And if you've got any comments, just send them, leave them on the video in the comment section. And if you got any questions, leave them in the comment section. I will look at those and I will answer you. Maybe not in the comment section. If I've got a contact with you, I may just contact you. Anyway, have a great one. God bless you. Good night.